Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing my 15-week pregnancy update. If you are new here, this is my 4th pregnancy. I have a little boy called Beau that just turned 4 this week. We have a forever 16-day-old angel baby called Silver Rose. We have our rainbow baby who is 18 months that I'm still breastfeeding, and we are expecting baby number 4. So if it's your first time watching today, we're going to talk about physical symptoms, we're going to talk about mental health during pregnancy, I'm going to talk about my cravings, and we will do a belly shot towards the end of this video. And if you entered my 100 subscriber giveaway, make sure you stick around until the end where I will be announcing the winner. So let's dive right into this video and talk firstly about my symptoms and cravings. So if you've been following my journey, you'll know that through this pregnancy my nausea has been very much up and down, but not once have I actually been sick in this pregnancy. Well, this baby either has a very ironic sense of humour and decided to wait until my 2nd trimester to make me super sick, or I was just very unlucky. But I had an incident where one night I just woke up during the night and I just knew I was feeling super sick, and I knew I actually needed to be sick. So my mum thought that I'd caught some sort of bug because she didn't think with morning sickness that it would actually wake me up. I don't think it was a bug because it literally was that one night and that one incident, but I was up all night on the toilet and throwing up, and it was just a really bad night. But yeah, I was literally crying my eyes out and it was just awful. Like, I don't know how people actually survive pregnancy with intense, like actual persistent morning sickness. Like, they deserve medals because I was crying my eyes out and I'd only had that one night of being sick. I personally think it's because just before going to sleep that night I absolutely shoveled chocolate pancakes in. I was so hungry that they barely touched the sides and I ate them so fast. So I think I was just greedy and yeah, I just think I pigged out and overdid it with the chocolate pancakes. So I have actually got cravings this week. I am craving tortilla chips, like plain nacho chips, like ready salted ones. I am loving them for some reason, especially in the last few days. I guess a consistent craving that I've also had like in the back burner, but I hadn't really recognised it as a craving. But the more I think about it, it does seem to be one thing that's agreed with me consistently, and I do really enjoy eating it, is grapes, like red grapes, especially when they're crunchy. And so on a night, sometimes my supper is a bag of tortilla chips, although I try not to eat all of them because they're not exactly super healthy, and then I'm snacking on grapes as well. So I am really enjoying the fact that I'm starting to find foods that I like. I'm still not great at knowing what I want to eat, and I do still have difficulties, but I've definitely got a bigger appetite and I'm really hungry quite often, and I'm starting to really enjoy food again. It's just finding what I actually want to eat. I do find that I'm craving a lot of like healthy, like I really want home cooked meals, like we had a veggie stew or having cauliflower taco rice bowl and things like that. Very much just vegetables, very basic but flavorful, but just no mock meats at the moment. When I think back to this last week in terms of physical symptoms, the biggest thing that is really affecting my day-to-day life and actually my quality of life is my lower back pain. It is just escalating more and more, and it is really getting to the point of becoming unbearable. I am having to take painkillers most nights just to be able to sleep, and I'm finding it so difficult to do the most basic things, which then is taking a toll emotionally on me. I can't do the things that I really enjoy, like going to work and dog walking, or even walking my own dog, or going for walks with my own kids. When we took our kids for a walk the other day and I was pushing the pram, I just wanted to cry my eyes out. It hurt so bad, and that was only like a little stroll downtown, and it's still very much difficult with my back and hip pain to maneuver in bed and just generally moving about. I find it very difficult trying to tidy up, which makes me feel really good. I like it when I have a tidy house, but it's just physically impossible because I just end up in excruciating pain. And I think the hardest thing is not being able to get in touch with any midwives. No midwives are phoning us back, so I've been very much left in the dark. I'm very lucky that I've been able to speak to my sister-in-law that's a midwife, and she's kind of told me a few things to do, but it's concerning me that still I've got such a long way to go and I can't be taking painkillers non-stop for that duration of time. And I'm really eager to try and get in touch with my midwives to work out a plan of care, because I don't feel like the plan of care that I have right now is a good one. So one thing that significantly improved this week is my sleep, and the reason for that is my husband. We actually brought our dog home from my mum's house. She's been looking after our dog for a while, and we brought the dog home, and my husband decided to settle the dog in by sleeping with the dog downstairs. And I can't tell you how much better I felt like during the day and stuff, just because I slept so much better without having to share my bed. It was easier to get out of the bed to go to the toilet on a night. I wasn't dealing with him snoring and stuff, so it's amazing the difference it makes when you have that good night's sleep, and it's really helped me to get through the last few days to know that I've had decent night's sleep. So the next thing I really want to talk about is baby movements. This week has been the best week ever for baby movements, and it's really made the pain and discomfort of my back and stuff like so worth it. In the past, the baby movements I had been feeling, I can imagine a first-time mum could easily mistake that for something like gas and gas bubbles and stuff. I think only because this was my 4th pregnancy could I really recognise quite early on, and I was very lucky in that aspect. But in the last maybe 4 days, it's been so much stronger. Yeah, I've literally been waking up on a morning to the feeling of baby kicks, and I swear to God, a couple of times I've actually felt it with my hands on my belly. I definitely think it's at the stage where, because I can feel it from the inside and the outside, I can kind of recognise it, whereas I think if my husband put his hand on my bum, I would find it very hard to tell him, and I think he would find it very hard to actually recognise and feel that it was baby. But when I've got my hand on and I can feel it from both sides, it's so easy for me to recognise, and just my hands are literally like magnets to my belly now. Every spare second I get, if I'm sat down, I have my hands on my belly just waiting for that moment, and it has definitely happened every day, and it's the most precious part of pregnancy, and I really love it, and it's really starting to get to that exciting stage in a way. I'm still obviously nervous about a lot of things that are to come, but it just makes it so special. It makes it easier to bond, and maybe this is what they talk about when they say about glowing during the 2nd trimester. I don't know if I'm glowing or not. I feel like I've been pretty much exhausted recently, but I am absolutely loving this phase and how much stronger they are getting, and it's really been a boost for my mood. So we did actually have a scan this week. It was a growth reassurance scan. And honestly, I was so scared because with Silver Rose, between 12 and 20 weeks, that's when something happened. We had a perfect, normal, healthy, happy baby at 12 weeks, and then by 20 weeks, there was no fluid, her lungs weren't working very well, her kidneys were all over the place and not working. She was just very unwell and had a very poor prognosis from the fetal medicine. So having a scan between 12 and 20 weeks, although it gives me the reassurance, it's absolutely terrifying at the same time. But I am pleased to say this baby is completely normal. So they measured the head, and that was absolutely spot on, perfect, and there was plenty of fluid. Everything was normal. She could see kidneys, there was fluid in the stomach, just everything looked perfect, normal, like a very healthy, happy baby, and that's all we could possibly hope and wish for. So I completely forgot to mention when I was filming a little while ago, but she actually on the scan went down there, which we didn't expect her to. I never thought to say anything about we didn't want to know the gender, and she gave us like the perfect view of like the legs and stuff. So yeah, I came out of that scan a little bit disappointed, thinking I'd never even thought to tell her that I didn't want to know the gender, and I thought the surprise had been ruined. But it turns out that Fabian actually thought he saw the complete different gender, so thankfully we still do not know. I still have an inkling, which is actually the opposite of what I thought I saw, so we will just have to wait and see in January or possibly late December. I did actually want you guys to help me with a video that I've got planned for in the future, and I want you to comment down below in a minute, but I'm going to actually put the scan picture on the screen right now, and I want you guys to guess from this scan picture what gender you think the baby is. I'm going to be doing a video very soon on testing old wives' tales of gender predictions, but I also wanted to do a poll of what my subscribers thought this baby was from this scan, and I'm going to be posting the same picture on Instagram, and also on Instagram I'm going to be posting scan pictures from all my other pregnancies, so you can compare and see if you think there's any similarities. So don't forget to check my Instagram too. I would love it if you guys would take a guess and let me know about down below, so then I can include it in my gender prediction video that will be coming in a couple of weeks' time. And lastly, before doing my belly shot, I want to talk about mental health. My main issue this week has still been anxiety, but a lot of it relates to COVID and how that is affecting this pregnancy. From checking my green notes and checking on the NHS website, I should be having a midwife appointment next week, and that doesn't seem to be happening. I don't actually have any appointments booked, and we actually phoned to ask the midwives about my bad back over 2 weeks ago now, and we still haven't had a response. We don't seem to be having any response to find out what's happening with transferring hospitals, so it very much feels like I've been abandoned in a way. And as I suffer borderline personality disorder, my issues with abandonment and fear of abandonment is quite a trigger for me, and it makes me feel very isolated, especially when I compare it to my last pregnancy where I got such amazing care and I was seeing a consultant every 2 weeks, and then this time I've only seen a consultant once, and I've not yet seen the consultant that will be looking after me at the new hospital, because I haven't even, as far as I'm aware, been referred to the new hospital, and I'm nearly at the halfway mark, and I haven't even seen the hospital that's going to be looking after me, and I really don't like that. I want the opportunity to build up a relationship with them, and I want to have that consistency in care, and it's making me feel very unstable not having that consistency. But I have had contact from the bereavement midwife to talk, I guess, about silver and the effects of that on this pregnancy, but I think they also allow me to discuss other midwifery questions, so I am going to be emailing her and asking her if she can chase these up, because I really need the reassurance and peace of mind. So fingers crossed that's going to be sorted in the next couple of weeks. I guess we're just going to have to keep chasing it up, making phone calls, hoping that somebody will actually phone us back. But I'm just really disappointed in the level of care that I'm receiving, especially considering our previous loss, and actually in my last pregnancy it was super complicated as well. There was a lot of issues, so it does make me feel nervous that things are going to be missed and mistakes are going to be made, which of course puts me on edge as a naturally anxious person. So now for the exciting part, my belly shot. So this is from the front. I'm actually filming in the little cabin because I thought there's just more space, and hopefully next week, this is obviously the left side, next week hopefully the cabin will be kitted out enough that, that the whole video will be filmed in here, and we'll have carpet and actually a nice place to sit. But that is what it looks like with clothes on, and this is just with the skin on the right hand side. From front, from the left. There you go, that is my belly. So there you go guys, that was my 15-week pregnancy update, and now for the bit you've all been waiting for. If you did enter my giveaway for 100 subscribers, it means the world to me that I've even got to 100 subscribers. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much to everybody that did enter. So I did check that everybody followed all the rules, and all the people that did follow all the rules, I then gave them a number, and I've asked my phone to generate an automated number. It came up with the number 7, which according to my list is Calla Goodwin. So congratulations, I'll be in touch directly with you to organise posting your prize. And for the people that didn't win this time, I hope you'll stick around and still support this channel. We will be doing giveaways in the future as well, so I hope you'll enter again next time. So I hope everybody enjoyed watching today's video. Thank you guys so much for supporting my channel. If you did like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Make sure to click the subscribe button down below and click that bell notification so that you don't miss any videos. We do pregnancy updates every Tuesday and lots of other content for the rest of the week. So I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye guys! And this is when Okay, everything looks alright. A little bit of coffee. I have a little bowl and just, I'm gonna kill the cat. Pebbles! Pebbles! Not now. I think the head was even measuring 2 days ahead. So I completely forgot to mention, oh, it's mucky.